Welcome back to Meaning in Christ today. We're exploring a lesser-known gospel, the Gospel of Peter. You may have heard of the four canonical Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But did you know that many other Gospels were written in the early centuries of Christianity? The Gospel of Peter is one of these apocryphal texts, rediscovered in the late 19th century. It offers a unique and dramatic retelling of Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. But what exactly is this Gospel? Who wrote it? And why isn't it in the Bible? The Gospel of Peter is an apocryphal text, meaning it is not included in the official New Testament canon. Scholars believe it was written in the 2nd century CE, more than 100 years after Jesus' death. It was discovered in 1880s in Akhmim, Egypt, when archaeologists found a fragment of the Gospel in an ancient monk's tomb. Though only a portion survives, it provides a fascinating glimpse into how some early Christians understood the passion and resurrection of Jesus. What makes the Gospel of Peter different from the canonical Gospels? Unlike in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, the Gospel of Peter places the blame for Jesus' crucifixion more heavily on the Jewish authorities rather than on Pontius Pilate. It's Herod, not Pilate, who is portrayed as the central figure leading Jesus to death. Another unique detail is that Jesus' death appears to be painless. This reflects an early Christian belief called Docetism, which claimed that Jesus didn't suffer because his physical body was only an illusion. This was a major theological debate in early Christianity. But the most dramatic difference comes in the resurrection scene. In the Gospel of Peter, two angels descend from heaven, enter the tomb, and walk out with Jesus, who is described as gigantic in size. A walking, talking cross follows behind him. The cross itself speaks, declaring Jesus' victory. It's a scene filled with symbolism and grandeur, far more dramatic than the subtle and quiet resurrection accounts we see in the canonical Gospels. If the Gospel of Peter exists, why isn't it in the Bible? Early church leaders had serious concerns about its content. By the 2nd century, Bishop Serapion of Antioch initially allowed Christians to read it, but later rejected the Gospel as heretical because of its docetic teachings. The portrayal of Jesus' death as painless and the elaborate resurrection scene didn't align with what the church considered orthodox Christianity. In their view, this gospel went too far in emphasizing Jesus' divinity at the cost of his humanity. Over time, texts like the Gospel of Peter were suppressed, leaving us with the four canonical Gospels we know today. However, it is a window into the diversity of early Christianity. It shows us how different groups wrestled with questions about Jesus' divinity, his suffering, and what the resurrection meant. It also reminds us that early Christians didn't all agree on the details of Jesus' life and ministry. By studying texts like this, we understand the debates, beliefs, and struggles that shaped the Christian faith. What do you think? Does this alternate account change how you view the resurrection story? If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to check out my other videos. For those interested in diving deeper into topics like these, check out the link in the description where you will find ebooks that explore these subjects in more detail and help support the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time as we continue exploring the intersections of faith and history.